We are live and we've got a very decent amount of content today. So give it a second and then we'll just jump straight in. Basically, very, very good research across everything, very bullish on Solana. And then I'm going to show you at the very end how to mint a particular NFT on Apechain, which is from Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I don't necessarily have a bullish sentiment on that chain, but sometimes it's good just to be a bit of a degen and to jump into things. So GM, let's get amongst it. I've got a new background that I'm playing with, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, so probably the most bullish news for Solana right now is the fact that VanEck EU enables staking for VSOL. So with this ETF, you can go and buy $200 worth of Solana, as an example, as an ETF, and it will accrue value. They'll probably take a decent fee out of it. However, Bitcoin, of course, has an ETF. There is no staking. There is no mining rewards. If you're just holding BTC, you need to mine it. So there's no accrual in value other than just the asset price going up. There's no inflation. ETH, even if you're staking it, it's a lower amount. It's very hard to do. And as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that's actually doing it like this. So this is properly massive. And I'm not a shilly type, you know that. I think this is the biggest news. What do we have? 286 likes on this post. I think it's been largely slept on. This whole document goes over everything here, which is, you can chat GPT it if you want to, but long story short, you secure the network by having this ETF as well, and then you get those inflation rewards. Now, everything's playing out as per the 18.6-year cycle, which Phil Anderson and Jason Pizzino, Phil Anderson and someone else was kind of the brains behind it. Jason Pizzino understands it very well. And through his content and him being a friend, that I've understood it. So over this next year and a bit, we will see, in my opinion, not financial advice, things just go a little bit parabolic. And it's during this perfect time that we are putting in the effort, still taking it, touch grass days. And I just want to show you what's actually happening. So the S&P 500 is up 22% year to date, having the best performance in 27 years and hitting 47 all-time highs. This is nice to zoom out and go, oh, crypto is not happening, blah, blah, blah. It rotates in. Gold is up 32%. Gold is one of the most boring assets. It's needed in electronics and stuff, and it's used for like jewelry. But other than that, it's just a speculation hedge, but it's up and it's doing very well. It did not do well in the previous cycle. It did not come anywhere near performing stocks and whatnot. Silver, highest level in 12 years. Oil is crashing like a global recession is coming. Unsure exactly why that is like that. Nevertheless, fine. Utility stocks having the best years. Global central banks are cutting rates as if a global recession is already here. Okay. Maybe what they were referring to here is like the normal, there's one of the definitions of recession of just like 2 quarters where you don't have growth. So that's probably what's being referred to there. And then the US public debt is skyrocketing as if there is a financial crisis or a war, and so on and so on. So it will all rotate into crypto. Now, this was recently a bit of red, but SOL just pumped from 165 to 170 in the last maybe hour or so. BTC is a little bit green, but in general, like we're gearing up. I love to see this. As soon as we get back to 200, I think a lot of people will be excited. Roll Paul, I don't have a tweet on it right now, but he says, yes, this has gone very well, but we don't start to celebrate until this goes over 70K and breaks it. So I still have the long on. Just long. I have no longs in ETH. It will still do okay, but I don't think it's going to outperform these guys or Bonk. We're still greedy, not super greedy, but greedy enough. And let's get onto a little bit of airdrop news from Grass. So Grass, everyone knows what Grass is by this stage. I use it. I've used it, and they've reworked the airdrop mechanics. This is mine. Kind of minuscule is what it is. There's decent amount of referrals and stuff. They I would say a bit disappointing for like the amount of content I've done, but it is what it is. I'm not salty. What's very, very good to see is Gigabud's NFT holders. They got Grass. 515 graphs per NFT. So one NFT bought for like 1 sol or less than that has outperformed all of my work on it. So in that respect, a little bit meh. However, it just proves that, you know, if there is an NFT from a good project, it's probably worth getting one of those and just holding it. Take profits if you want to take profits or whatever. But, you know, grabbing those as probably the only NFTs that are going to outperform. You've got things like this. There was a Homeowners Association for Parcel, which did very well. Flash Beast, they have an NFT that could do well. I don't own any of them, but I will get a Flash Beast. And then those that use a desktop node or Saga application also got a nice little boost here as well. Fabiano has a bit more information here, which he's always a good follow. Network governance is one of the token uses, staking rewards, and access to bandwidth. Unsure exactly what this could mean, but maybe you can use it. You need to use a token in order to purchase a job or something cool like that. Okay, we'll go on to the next bit of news very, very quickly though. GM to everyone, and do I think Dupe could reach $7? Yeah, I think that's certainly within the realm of possibility. I have a whole kind of thesis on this, but because I'm part of Uplink, I don't want to just go with my thesis, because if it's super, super bullish, you know, people will be annoyed if it doesn't kind of achieve that. But I'll say one thing. I think Dupe will start to grow into becoming like a bit of a religion. And then the Dupe token will be a governance token with a bit of a meme coin play, potentially. That's all I'll say. There's no outside information on that. It's just what I think is potentially gonna happen. All right, with 22nd, huge amount of decent stuff here. A lot of Dupe stuff. We've got the Magic Eden stuff, which I'll cover soon. There's a Bonk triple event live now. Pump.fun stuff and DiviBet. If you're into betting, check out that thread. This is probably the best alpha, and I haven't even used Pump.fun other than just, you know, developed a little bit of epilepsy from it. So compared to Magic Eden, Pump.fun has earned nearly half their revenue in just 6 months. There's no doubt it could be one of the biggest, and this is from the co-founder. Our drop will probably be a lot more lucrative than anyone else in the space. So now we have to go and airdrop farm, and we're a little bit late to the party. They are making massive amount of money, 162 million, and they just sell their soul, which they are welcome to do. I do wish I'd take some and stake it, and stake it with validate.com. Reach out, I'll help you out. Next bit of news here, BONK'd. This is not affiliated with the official Bonk team, but as per Tyler, my researcher, he says Cadence and the Only Nom, they are following this. So this is a degenerate game, and I'm going to ask some questions, and then I'm going to send this team here the questions. Please answer it for me, Bonk'd. That way I can, highlight this. So it's going to be a simple game. Whoever deposits the most Bonk before the end of the game wins the main prize. 70% of all total Bonk deposited. This is kind of crazy and degenerate, kind of too degenerate, because my understanding is you don't get anything back, and that may be a little bit too whoa, but all good. The twist, nobody knows when the game will end. Unsure exactly how that's going to work. But new games start every 36 hours. Details will be given on how new games start every 36 hours and how also nobody knows the time the games will end. So it'd be cool to know. 6.9% of total Bonk deposited will be burned. And if you don't want to compete, and this is what I'll be doing, I'm just going to go and deposit, a little bit of Bonk, and then that will go into a raffle that will obviously get a bit of a share. So hopefully it's something like, maybe it'd be better if it was like 60% to the leader, and we don't know when it's going to end, and ideally there's no way to exploit this in any way, to see on chain or have some sort of marker. Then we've got 10% that goes to the team for all they're doing here. It's 10%, 15%, whatever, and then the rest will be burnt, and they have multiple different raffle prizes, because it's always best to get like 20 or 30 people winning a raffle as opposed to like 3 people. That's my opinion. Yeah, this is the USD $1 worth of Bonk, which is probably what I'm going to do with a couple of wallets. See how we go. Bonk in general, Bonk is all over my timeline, but I think it needs a separate live stream video. Maybe I do that tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Essentially, like if you don't have access to Bonk, I really think you should add to your portfolio. There's just too much bull posting. There's too many OGs in space. There's too many people that were rescued from that Solana depth of winter by Bonk. Anyway, BonkBot leading charge, burning a huge amount. They have burnt an insane amount, like 0.5% of the total supply or something, almost 1%. So BonkBot is doing well. Now, I don't have all the information regarding this, but basically, JitoSOL with MEV tips, or Jito in general, they've overtaken Circle in terms of fees, and Ethereum here as well. I don't understand if this is what just Jito Labs made, or if this is MEV and then Jito Labs just got a cut. Either way, Jito is easily the best LST out there. Other than, yeah, it's just easily the best. There's still, some great Sanctum ones. MSOL is not part of my portfolio in any way these days. You're welcome to have it. Nothing against it too much, but just JitoSOL, it's where the party's at. We're seeing like the Memecoin narratives clearly here, and we're not going to fade it any longer. Photon, Pump, BonkBot, Trojan, like these are all doing very, very well in Uniswap Labs down here. They're still doing very, very well in 24-hour revenue. No issues there, but it's Memecoin. It's Memecoin life. That's where it's all about. Let's quickly talk about Magic Eden. Jack is CEO and co-founder of Magic Eden, and he's got a big kind of spiel here all about magic and transparency and stuff. And here is the TLDR. A test token is set to launch next month because that's to be done with the Magic Eden mobile wallet. Is going to be, you have to kind of learn how to do it. It's going to be a little bit complicated. By the way, Magic Eden, I'll do the tutorial if you pay me to do it, just because I think this is going to be kind of complicated. And with founders pledging to lock up their tokens for 18 months as a sign of dedication, which is brilliant. I think there's, going to be a new meta moving in where the team won't even get tokens in the future unless it's voted on by governance. Because, I mean, they want them, but in order for the token price to do well and the community to eat well, that's just what I think is going to happen. Now, this one here, I'm going to show you this at the very end of the live stream, and I'll do it as fast as I can. If you know how to do this, and if you're familiar with Apechain, cool, go for it. You can mint this now. We don't have much time, but you can go mint this. You've got 47 minutes and 6 seconds, so it's only people watching live can unfortunately watch this. What you need to do, because of the timing of the live stream, you need to just follow Magic Eden and just see, and just go and mint it on different blockchains. Maybe you get some Magic Eden tokens, maybe you don't. Maybe it just exposes you to another ecosystem. My thesis with Apechain is not, it's tiny, but there's Masari interest or Masari stuff that I want to put into it. And that there's Masari research that I want to do on it to see what it's like. Essentially, maybe Apechain is literally a good chain for apes, but I'll show you how difficult it is to get amongst it after. You can mint 1,000 per wallet, cost you a cent. And Token Terminal has this assets flowing from Ethereum mainnet to Eclipse, massive, with a huge amount up there. And this is all due to farming. So watch the video that I did yesterday and get amongst that. We might cover this in detail here. This is like a state of Solana, the Breakpoint edition, which talks about everything of the bullish nature. There's a big reason why I think Solana is going to do very, very well. And I have bags and other things, but it's just like the transparency of stuff. The Solana ecosystem core, for example, the amount of information you can get, you can't get everything. We're still an early thing. We need like a Gitcoin kind of competitor, but the amount of transparency and stuff is absolutely incredible. This, I probably want to do it into a massive video going through each point, but I'll link it for those that want to read. Reading is good. Binance Futures launched CAT perpetual contract, and as a result, CAT went up 60%, came on back down. It's currently up like 45% from here. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to launch spot trading. As an example, I heard PopCat is available to leverage up, leverage down, but hopefully it comes as a spot pair as well. I see some questions here. Well, look, I'm going to speed run them, and just after this one, we'll take a couple of questions, but I want to try and make these live streams concise. Get amongst this, peeps. Walrus Protocol, Galxe task. This project is by Miston Labs, and this is like data storage. You're looking at Filecoin competitor, maybe. very little research done. Just it's worth it. You mint the NFT, do the testnet stuff. And welcome to the next generation of data storage, secure, efficient, and decentralized on testnet. Maybe there's an airdrop, maybe there isn't. It's always good to learn new stuff. Get amongst it. All right, let's take a couple of these questions as fast as possible. When's the Galxe airdrop? No date set yet, as far as I'm aware. I still have a Pioneers NFT. First airdrop arrived. Cool. Well, I'll contact the team and I'll find out about it. I'm not like Uprock is still something that I think has a huge amount of potential because no one's talking about it. But I don't want to shield it too heavily because, well, I don't like to shield anything. Platforms for longs, Jupiter, you can use Drift if you like. A centralized exchange like Bybit's probably going to be pretty good as well. But Jupiter, if you're managing your wallets and you know what you're doing. Flash trade for the other ones as well. The airdrop of Pioneers NFT was not worth it, 20 cents. Okay, there you are. You've got your information. I have no idea if Camino will pull back, but like I have a bag of Camino. I'd happily DCA more into it. It's still a big thesis of mine, but meme coins are going to outperform it. So like I want a safer play like your Caminos, your dupes, your souls. But yeah. Cool. There's an answer regarding Pioneers. Everything pulls back after pump. Look at Sui. Well, Sui's a little bit different because insiders potentially connected to the foundation were selling hundreds of millions of dollars. Camino's undervalued. It's like $130 million market cap. Don't know when Camino season 3 is over. They tend to go for like 3 months or thereabouts. So probably the end of the year, 3 or 4 months. Cool. Yeah, we'll do a session on Bonk and stuff. And how do you think Jupiter season 2 will go? Like January next year? Don't know. But, you know, overall, super bullish. All right, next to this. So this is from Tolly. Bullish on any founder crazy enough to undertake building hardware. Hard, as we know, Saga is a rubbish phone. This is the Ethereum phone. I'm not going to be buying one, but I'm putting it on your radar because we're not maxis. It's a mobile device to increase your freedom. You can pre-order this DGen 0.2 ETH or 60,000 DGen, which is $504. It's just a token on the base network. It has a system level wallet. I'll explain what that means in a second. eSIM, physical SIM, browse. Has a laser, like a laser pointer for some reason. You can make a call with it if you install the phone app. Has light mode proxies on it. Has a camera. You can mint NFTs from images on it. Total specs soon. What I would really like to see would be a phone that came out, and I'd love it if the Seeker had it. We had, like, if you have your phone like this, and then you've got like a little like toggle thing over it, so you can definitely like make sure that you have privacy. Same with these. That would be cool. Some sort of slider. Down here, it talks about the wallet is integrated in. So what is the system level? It's integrated to the OS layer, so you can leverage signing within apps, no app switching. So if you're in the Magic In app or what I don't really know how this is going to work. Obviously, developers have to develop stuff for it, but kind of cool. Only really cool if it supports all EVMs and maybe even other blockchains. But I'm not bullish on it. I'm just putting it on your radar. Okay, this is very interesting. This from Tolly. And Tolly doesn't normally like stoke, poke the bear. So basically, without base Ethereum ecosystem would be dead in the water right now. This is the combined EVM and non-EVM chains monthly active users. Solana, boom, now of course this does not mean actual people, bots and whatnot would be for like 60-50%. It would be quite high. Near, good to see Near. I'm going to put some attention on Near. Base, boom, Tron, meme coinery and whatnot, and so on. Actual Ethereum is down here, and Sui, disappointing to see. And then all these ones not doing well. But base, where the party's at. Now, this is just a little bit of FUD on Scroll, which I haven't really put onto anyone's radar. But this could be potentially the worst airdrop in history if this is true. There are 2 suspect wallets that claimed a massive amount. They sent to the same address, and they did the transaction on the same day, 92 days ago. So you can airdrop farm, of course, but most of the time we're now at a point where you're going to be beaten. So yeah, we'll do it a little bit, but not too much. All right, let's move on to the actionables. Remember, claim your active staking rewards. Vote.dupe.ag. This is, sorry, /ASR, not dot, but I think everyone knows that. JitoSOL, and of course, stake it with validator.com. DCA into some meme coins if you like. Stake your bonks with bonkrewards.com, at least some, in my opinion. DCA into Camino and Cloud if you're bullish on those, like I am. Airdrop actionables, submit your wallets on Pump.fun. This is for Sui. Mint Magic Eden's first NFT on Apechain. We'll do that after. Use Eclipse Bridge and the Walrus Protocol by Miston Labs. Complete the Galxe task and mint the NFT. That's all for today, but we will quickly do the actual Apechain stuff in case you're keen. Let's see if there's anything, any other questions. This one here, it's not going to compete with Seeker. I mean, Seeker's on Solana, and there'll be tools to be able to use it on EVMs and whatever. It's just someone trying something. Doesn't like its form factor and everything just is kind of off. It's just strange. Like when you look at Apple and you look at Samsung and you look at these phones, this is clearly the form factor that works. And then someone goes and tries something completely different. It's just a bit unusual, but I put it on your radar. Okay, let's try this Apechain stuff. I'm going to do it live because we don't have a whole lot of time. And if you want to get amongst it, you will work out what you have to do. So let's go. Alrighty, so this is where we actually minted. As I said, you can mint 999 of these with one wallet, but we need to actually get Ape tokens on there, which is kind of hard. This is probably the easiest way to do it. We have to go, the official bridge, because if we go via this official bridge, we can only go between Arbitrum, Ethereum, and Apechain. There's no Base or Optimism. Clearly no Solana. And if we come to Dbridge, then we cannot. Let's start again. All right, start Jupiter. We go more and we can go bridge. We can always use the bridge. This has different functions here. Dbridge, you can do things in here yourself, or alternatively, just go to dbridge.io, which is what I like to do first. And then we want to go to bridge and we want to see all the different networks that we can go to. So I'm going to be doing it with this brand new wallet. And that's fine. There's nothing on here. I'm going to send it to Arbitrum, and I'm going to go and take a little bit of my USDC from here and go buy a smidge of ETH, just a smidge. So we're going to change this to Solana. I've covered this a few times, but it's always good to do it live sometimes. USDC, and then we're going to go from ETH on Arbitrum. Cool. Connect a wallet. We can connect whatever your wallet you want. This is my Dupe Tutorial wallet, hence why it has Phantom and Backpack. I'm just going to use Solflare because it's my preferred one. Nothing crazy, $10 if you want. And then come here, copy your address, paste it here. We have to pay some fees, but just Dbridge is fast. Confirm the trade, ETH on Arbitrum. Sometimes this does this. This is like a bit of a UI thing, which I'm not a big fan of. And it doesn't like pop up everything. Then you have to redo it. So that's probably one of the annoying things, unless that didn't just work, did it? Okay, all right, let's go again. Solana, USDC, great. ETH on Arbitrum, connect, Solflare, perfect. $10, enter a valid address. It's going to give us a thing, confirm the trade, and we should be seeing a pop-up. This is annoying. Okay. All right, that's too much work. It's clearly not playing ball for us. So we're going to do it here, and we're going to see if we can work it out like this. Okay. Solana. Got the monies, honeys. This is a good point to keep in mind because things shouldn't be this difficult to get onto your ecosystem. But then again, being early is very worthwhile. Connect wallet again. Okay, so I'm connected here, but I have to connect here. Okay, so that could be my mistake here. All right, $10. Fantastic. Going to ETH on Arbitrum. Perfect. Enter in this address, confirm the trade, confirm the trade, confirm the transaction. There's a little bit of a fee, you know, $1. It is what we have to do. While we're waiting for that to go through, yeah, I've used Stargate Finance Bridge, but not for quite some time. But I know there's a lot. I just don't like the idea. I don't like hackable bridges, and I'm not entirely certain that there's nothing that can be exploited with Dbridge, but they're not holding your funds in any way. There's no like smart contract that people can exploit. It's just like traders do things on either side. All right, great. So now we have some ETH in here. Perfect. Now we can do now we don't have to do anything actually. I initially went to Uniswap and did it, but it didn't work very well. Then we come here. We need to see if we can connect our wallet. Okay. This is one of the things you have to do with an EVM land. If you're not connecting to the dApp and if there's no obvious button to make you connect, you have to click on this and you have to make sure that you are actually connected to this app. So this one here was account number 1, which I tried it before we did the live stream. And now you have to go, oh, God damn it. Okay. Count 2. All right, now we're good. We've got this. Now we've got this small amount here, whatever. We don't need all that. We can go with like $2, $4. We move that over to Ape. There's a small fee. And we may want to move stuff across there in the future if we start to see this as like a chain that jumps off, that really, really jumps off when it comes to meme coins. Cool. This is going to take 3 minutes. So once this comes across, we can go to Magic Eden and we can go to mint this. We can connect our wallet, MetaMask, account 2, and people are going to ask like, why is it that you're using MetaMask? One of the reasons why I use Solflare, it's just like it covers all the EVMs. You can change all the features. The UI is not pretty. Solflare's UI is pretty, but it just kind of works and you can do what you want. And for those that want to use like Phantom, they're adding more and more networks, but the issue is they don't have Ape. Even Magic Eden Wallet doesn't have Apechain. So that's why I'm just using MetaMask. We've got 31 minutes. Gonna go for 1,000, which will change it to 999. We don't have any Ape here, but we should very, very soon. So if there are any more questions in the meantime, let me know. We're on the Apechain network, and ideally, this bridging transaction will be done through very, very quickly. Any questions at all? While we're just waiting, it could be any question. We've probably got a minute or so. You've got a minute worth of questions. DBR undervalued. Oh, people have asked me this a million times. Best bridge? Don't know why we want the token. So I don't know until they kind of announce it. If you have a look at bridging tokens, they do not do well. You can, some bridges, you hold the token, then you can stake it, and then you bridge it, and there's less fees. It's like, where's this upside? Don't really see it. CDC DeFi wallet, Crypto.com DeFi wallet is my preferred EVM. Cool. I've used it before, not for quite some time. All right, I really want this to go through so we can end this live stream, and then I want to do some more things. I'm getting a little bit impatient here, So what I'm going to do is, we know it works. It just takes a few minutes. So I'm just going to send a little bit of Apecoin from one wallet to another, just so I can show you how to mint it. And then I think we'll be fine. If you have a Misari, you can get 1 month free. Like, there'll be a link below, and put in Copilot. Yeah, do some research. Then tag me on Twitter, and then we'll jump into some chats, and we'll see how we go. Because I'll certainly appreciate some help. All right. Back to Ape. Are we good here? No, we're not good here. So I'm just going to go and move it from one wallet to the other, a tiny amount, because time is money, and we have to move on to new things. The gas fees on this network are so incredibly low, though. It's just kind of astonishing that it's like this. But as we can see, like, I kind of know what I'm doing. Oh, there we are. We're good. I know what we're doing, but it's not user-friendly. All right, come here. Cool. We've got our one thing. We go for 1,000. It changes to 999. We mint it, or we agree. We may get absolutely nothing out of this, but at the very least, we've gone to a new chain. We've tried it out. We know how to get there if we're cool. And then, boom. Now, you'll see if we go back, the number, like, what is this? 9.3 billion NFTs have been minted. So there's a lot of botting over here. So you may want to go for a couple of wallets. It may do absolutely nothing. It costs like a cent or something like tiny. I just wanted to show it to you. Cool. All right. Thanks very much for joining the live stream, and catch you in the next video. Cheers.